Hey everyone, it's T-Lore. This week we're going to go through and figure out what is the longest shooting range in the game. And of course we're going to bring back our favorite Davy Jones, and we're going to be able to try and abuse the ability Extended Range, which doubles the printed shooting range of the ship. So that's an important distinction. And then there's one other ability that we'll want to take advantage of, and it's you can double the range of this ship's cannons each turn, but you must roll a 6 to hit. So trying to get these abilities combined, as well as including Davy Jones on the ship, is what we're going to try and do. So for the first thing, we're going to go with HMS Phoenix. Now this is not necessarily the best ship in the game, but it's pretty good for 10 points, all long-range cannons. And the ability to double the range of the ship's cannons means that we have a range of 2L. Now, if we were to put Davy Jones on this ship, we'll get to how in just a minute, and copy the extended range ability, we'll copy the extended range ability before applying the double the range of the ship's cannons. Because this doubles the printed range, it says explicitly, and then this doesn't specify. At the end, this is not a totally practical situation. There's only a couple of ships that'll be able to do something like this, and the fact that you have to roll a 6 will make it a little bit more difficult, but we'll find some ways around that. So the first thing is Davy Jones is an 11-point crew, and he's cursed, so we got to figure out how to break the point limit as well as get cursed crew on the ship. So the first thing we're going to do, I know this card's a little bit beat up, but it's Pirates of the Revolution Robinson, and he is number 37. So what this allows you to do is ignore the point limit of the ship. So we've taken up one cargo space, we've broken the point limit, and now we can try and figure out a way to get cursed crew on there. So there's Lady Kamaile, which is the one that I have, and Brother Virgil from Spanish Main is the other crew that allow crew of any nationality to use their abilities on this ship. So now we have both the ability to use crew of any nationality as well as crew of any point value. We're also going to go ahead and throw on Admiral James Norrington. Now why this one? Because we get the captain ability, which is going to allow us to move and shoot, and then giving us +1 to cannon rolls against non-English ships will apply to the rolling a 6 requirement. So now we're going to have to be able to roll a 5 or a 6 to double the range of the ship's cannons. We still have one cargo space left over, so we'll put Davy Jones on there to be able to copy the extended range ability of the tower. So now we have a ship that can shoot at range of 4L, and it has a move and shoot capability. So if you can give it some extra actions or some extra speed through trade currents, those will all give you the capability of moving and shooting at a range of 4L. Now, if you don't have to shoot that far and you only need to shoot 2L, that's better, because then you can use the full capability of your 3s +1 from Admiral James Norrington, so you end up having to roll anything above a 2. If you need that extra range, you can copy the tower and double the range with the 6 to be able to give it the capability to shoot at range of 4L. Now, there's a couple of other ships that have this capability of doubling the range. Most of them are 1 or 2 masted ships. There is one ship, El Neptuno, which has 5 cannons that can shoot at L range. The problem with that is El Neptuno is Spanish, and so we have to go through quite a bit of work to be able to get Davy Jones on there in the first place. So we're going to go with HMS Phoenix being able to do this. But you can take this capability and use it on any of these ships that can double the range of their cannons. Now, is this practical? It's not really practical to shoot at 4L. However, the combination of taking Davy Jones as well as a flotilla and copying that, you could do something like that on a 10-masted junk or any other ships that have long-range cannons. So if you were able to get Davy Jones onto the Bowschwan, you have most of your cannons are able to shoot at 2L, and then some of them are able to shoot at 4L, at 2S. So now you have the capability of copying the extended range keyword and doubling your shooting range. Is it really that good? It's 20 points to be able to do that, plus whatever it takes to get Davy Jones on there. But it can be quite the surprise if you have that in your fleet, or if your opponent has a flotilla, to be able to use that against them with a large fire ship. So, what are we going to do next time? Well, next time we're going to talk about the ship that can deal out the most damage. How many masts can it eliminate in one turn with one shoot action? Now, I know that we can do extra actions and get an additional shoot action, but for now, we're just going to focus on a single action. How many masts can you eliminate with one shoot action?